Hello everyone, I'm back again, a day later than I said I would be, but it's all good, to do my FIK top 25. I was gonna do my top 10, but then I was like, why don't I just rank them all? So I'm just going to start listing the songs in order from 25th place to my first place, and I'll be playing them in the background so it's not boring. But before we get into this, like this video if you like it. I expect to get some dislikes, but that's okay. It's my thoughts, just like every other video is everyone else's thoughts. It's fun, we can talk about it in the comments. So like this video and please consider subscribing if you haven't. I cannot wait till the live shows at the beginning of next week. So, and I'm just gonna say like a sentence or two about each one. So the first song, well, last song that I have in 25th place is Fatos Shabani with T. So, something about this song, it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't know why. That's why it's my last place. And I actually do think I know why, but we'll get to that one, a couple songs from now. My 24th place is ORGESA ZAIMI, because I don't like the style of song. The style of song always bothers me, and this is just so deep in that style that it is, that I'm just like, no, I'm okay. I'm good on that. My 23rd place is FESTINA with METEOR. I also kind of dislike this style of song too, and that melody in the chorus, I can't recall it off the top of my head, but it'll be playing in the background. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, on to 22nd place. 22nd place is Florent. Florent's song wasn't horrible, it just didn't stand out to me enough to make it any higher than it did. 21st place was STEFAN with METEOR. And this song is not bad. I would listen to it, I could hear it, but it's just a little generic for my taste. It again did not really stand out. 20th place is Camila Islamai, and this song makes me uncomfortable too. And this is what I was saying with Fatos' song. I think it's because these songs conjure up this sense of like it being like 3:30 in the morning in a weird way, and that bothers me. I don't know why, but like I have to be in the right mood to listen to it. I think that's what it is, and I'm not in that mood often, so that's why her song is only 20th place. My 19th place is Vendiem, just because again, it's fine to listen to. It's a little more remarkable than say Florent's song or Fatos' song, but still wasn't remarkable enough to be, top 15 for me. 18th place for me is Frank Koruni with a Morin Boten, because just after listening to the song a few times, I know I kind of liked it at the beginning, but after listening to it a few times, his voice just got a little too gravelly for my taste. And I was like, okay, we can take some gravel, let's smooth that out just a little bit. So he was my 18th place. My 17th place is Jessica Polo. And so I really like that pretty androgynous timbre of voice that she has, but I don't think the song goes anywhere fast enough for me. Like it goes somewhere toward the end, but by that time I'm already kind of over it. So that's why it's so relatively low. So moving on. In 16th place is Clint with Do Dia Dao. So it has these really nice early 2000s elements to it that I really enjoy musically, but otherwise it's just kind of another generic song. So those musical elements that draw from the early 2000s kind of R&B pop sound, I really appreciate those, but other than that, it's like, okay, those make it stand out from some of the other ones that we've had so far. So moving on to 15th place is Eric with Yo. And I'm not gonna lie, after y'all told me the topic of the song, I was like, okay, I could do without that. Because I'm like, Eric, let women do what they want, okay? Leave people alone, Eric. And come back with a different song. But also, I mean, it's just kind of a ballad. It's not even like a incredible ballad like some of the ones we'll hear moving forward. It's just kind of average. So, 14th place for me was Debbie's with Peng. So it's a nice song and it's nice to listen to, but the reason it's so low is because it doesn't really captivate me at all until like the last fourth of the song. So it does captivate me eventually, but just it takes a little bit too long. 13th place for me, and I hate to say this, but it is Wendy, because I just loved her song Ende so much from last year. It really showed her voice off in such a great light that this was just a little disappointing to me. It's just not as impressive a song, and especially in terms of Eurovision, I really cannot picture it at Eurovision. So while I love Wendy and want her to come back, this one has to be a little lower on my list than I would like. So, 12th place for me is Victor Tarihai, because I love the guitar solo in this. And I love some of the harmonies, and as far as like the seasoned male vocalists in FIK this year, I think he's perhaps the best, song-wise, just the whole package. And then it keeps my attention more than like Devis' song, who I picture as like another seasoned male vocalist. So what about my 11th place? We're almost to the top 10. My 11th place is Gigliola with Elire, because I'm super excited to hear her voice live. I feel like hearing her voice live, it might elevate it even more for me, because she sounds like she has a really nice, rich, textured voice that I'm interested in. You know I love that. And I also love that whirring sound in the background, like the woo, 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 like that. You know what I mean? That was my best impression. Leave a review below. But anyway, we are at the top 10, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, I really love all of these songs. My 10th place, and you may be surprised about some of these. You may not, you may be. My 10th place is Sardi Strugai, because I really enjoy his voice. And I really enjoy the push behind the music. Like, the music is always moving forward. It doesn't feel stagnant. It doesn't feel like you get tired of it. And the only reason this is so relatively low, and it's not even that low, but the only reason it's in 10th place and not a little higher is because it's not my favorite rock song of this year. Hint, hint. So, what about my 9th place? My 9th place is Festina METZINI with KUSH DASHURI, because DASHURI, I don't know how to, I'm sorry. Because I really enjoy the chorus. The chorus is really memorable for me. And I just like the chorus and the overall production of the song, and I like her voice too. So my 8th place is a song that I really, really love. And the only reason this one is solo is because I know y'all probably don't love it, but it is, I don't know how to say his name at all, Gjergi Kasinari. Because he has range, and he is representing for the deep voice men out there like myself, and I really think it could be great. And in my mind, the world may not be ready for it, but I actually downloaded the song and I've listened to it, and the more I listen to it, the more I like it. So I'm ready to hear it live, because it's working for me in every way that I need it to. So my 7th place is Enji Nasufi with Nyasoi, because I love her voice. You can hear so many intricate textures in her voice when she sings, even the studio recording. So I'm like, imagine what it's gonna be like live. Again, the only reason this one is so low is because I don't like necessarily this style of like throwback-ish song. It's not my first choice. And so that's the only reason that's so relatively low. My 6th place is a song that I know some of y'all have a little bit higher on your list, but it's Mirud with Nese Des. It reminds me of like an Albanian version of Luka Hani's song from 2019, especially in the chorus, and so I'm like, it has the opportunity to be too cheesy if it's done wrong. And I also just need a little bit more as far as like the beat drop goes, because I really love the sounds, but I just need a little bit, something a little bit more depth-wise with the beat drop. So, top 5. Any of these songs, I will be 100% happy if they won. And some of the other ones in the top 10, but definitely all of these. So, my 5th place is ROSELA with VASHÖZO. So, the only reason that this song is so low is because there are some moments without those harmonies that I love so much, where it's like, okay, it's still great, but it's a little bit less interesting. But I love these harmonies, and I love I can't decide if I want to say they're Middle Eastern influences, but honestly with this song, they sound like a little bit more Indian influences, right? And it's super exciting, super different to hear. And with this one as compared to like Meru's song, I can imagine a lot more intricate, unique staging with this than I could with Meru's song. So looking forward to hearing them both, but that's why this one ended up edging out Meru for the 5th place. My 4th place is ANXHELA, PERISTERI with Karma. Like I've been saying, I don't know if I know one song that's titled Karma that is not good. This song is really great and it hits from the jump. The only reason I have this song so low is because there's another song coming up that I think just does what this song is doing a little bit better. My 3rd place, this may be the most controversial place, I don't know, is KASTRO ZIZO with that dark rock entry. I didn't know I needed this until I got it. This is kind of the similar feeling that I was feeling when I first heard Hungary 2018 song back, 2 years ago, right? But even darker. It's even darker. And that's hard to do. But it's dark in a way that I really can digest and enjoy. And so this song has captivated me. I can imagine like listening to it in a kind of dingy, dark nightclub, just grinding on everybody, is sweating in there. You know what I mean? I can imagine that. And so it just really, it gets in my body and it goes. So top 2. This is the one. This is the one. So I do have to say, if I didn't want to cop out and say that these songs are tied, but for all intents and purposes, they are tied for me, but I'll pick one anyway. So my 2nd place is Enis with PENDESÖ. The only reason that I chose this for 2nd place and chose, you already know by now, Erorusi for 1st place is because I know that a lot of people are like, Albania's done the ballad thing for so long, right? Especially the female ballad thing for so long that it's time for a switch up. And as much as I love Enis's song, I'm like, okay, I could see it being refreshing if we had something a little more up-tempo. Now, don't let that get anything twisted. I'm gonna be playing Enis's song and Eda's songs on replay, yeah. Like, I'm gonna be bopping both of these songs because they're both equally good to me, but for very different reasons. I do think Erorusi should have won last year. She was my winner for last year. And I think with this song, as kind of in the same vein as Eamere as it is, knowing how well she performed Eamere live, I can just see her taking this and like commanding the stage. And so I put Erorusi as my number 1 and Enis as my number 2, just for that simple reason, even though really I like the songs the same. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want, I can do these kind of, I mean, it wasn't that quick, it's been 13 minutes, but these quickish top, national selection videos as we get more. I plan to do a top for Estilao, probably, well, since FIK is next week, I don't know if I'll be able to get to it, but maybe the week after that. But anyway, just let me know if you like more. I might do more whether or not anyone wants them, but let me know what your top, let's make it easy, say top 5 are, right? So let me know what your top 5 FIK 59 entries are, and I cannot wait to react to the live performances with you all next week. So anyway, if you like this video, please like it and please consider subscribing if you have not. But anyway, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, I will see you next time.